Harass my 18-year-old sister. Prepare to lose your job. This happened over 6 years ago, so I'm a little fuzzy on all of the details, but it is one of my proudest moments. I am 8 years older than my sister, and although we didn't live in the same town anymore by the time she graduated high school, I was so excited for her to attend university, because she applied for the same program as I did, and knowing her, she was gonna freaking kill it in a way I never could. I am shy, awkward, and overall non-confrontational. She is fierce, charming, and never backs down from a fight. Our brother in the middle is a perfect mix between these traits. When she told me she was traveling down south for a conference related to a potential major, I believe, I was really excited for her. This conference also had a career fair, and it was going to be the first one she'd attended. I gave her some advice about how to present herself. She had her resumes and some companies in mind, and I knew she was going to do great. Cue the day after, and I get a call from her in distress. So she wasn't sure how a certain networking interaction went, and wanted to ask me what I thought. There was a man from a certain company who took great interest in her resume, a freshman, not unheard of, but at this point she had very little experience. So he pulled her aside and wanted to talk to her further on the air. He asked her which hotel she was staying at. She got nervous, and said he should take her to dinner that evening. At the same time, this man, who she said looked older than our dad, reached out and stroked a strand of her hair. At this point she started crying and I saw red. Doing? I asked her for this man's name and the company he worked for and told her to avoid that table company at all costs. I told her she did nothing wrong, and he was being extremely inappropriate. I told her to keep a buddy with her while she was still down there, and it was all right. She told me she was scared about talking to other companies in the future. How does she know if they really want her as an employee, or if someone is going to be creepy? Also, as this man had her resume, apparently he'd texted that he was in front of her hotel, and she avoided responding because she was scared. Because of this, she was scared to hand out her resume. I didn't think it was possible for me to be more enraged than I already was. She was 18. First career fair. Already she was terrified of career fairs because of this sleazy old fart. Hell no. Not my freaking sister. The world will not take her shine. I told her that I would take care of it, and hung up. I immediately told my boss that I'd need to take the first half of the day for a personal matter. First, I looked up this man's LinkedIn so I could put a face to the rage and disgust I felt. Then I contacted my own company's HR, and asked what the procedure would be if an employee of ours engaged in behavior like this while on company time. She had wonderful advice, and urged me to contact this man's company's HR department as well. So I did. I left a detailed email with what had happened, their employee's name and the location of the conference and career fair where he'd been representing their company. I left my name and number as well, in case they wanted to know any more details, and I recall getting a call from their HR department soon afterward, telling me they were taking this seriously, and were going to investigate. The woman sounded very sympathetic. She told me that this man was someone that had been with the company for a while and had actually retired, so now he was mainly focused on recruitment for the company, somewhat on a consultant level. I want to say by early afternoon, I received an email that this man had been let go from the company completely, and they thanked me for my report. The speed at which this all happened lends me to believe this was not the first time, either that or his behavior was such a liability, sending a creep to recruitment, that it was easy to just let him go. Let me tell you, that was the most fulfilling cackle I had ever cackled in all my days. I called my sister up and told her the news, and she was amazed. She thanked me, and we talked a little more about what to look out for when networking. That being pulled aside generally is a good thing, but it sucks that this person took advantage of that. I told her not to take this horrible experience as normal because it was not, and emphasized she did nothing wrong. The good news is 6 years later she has her bachelor's and master's degree, and has a stacked lineup of intern co-op experience, think mix of startups and big-name industries, and is currently rocking her career at a meaningful startup in her field. I am still shy, awkward, and relatively non-confrontational. But if you come for my siblings, I go for blood. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.